actress. Okay, so hey Christina, it's really good to see you. I'm glad that you chose to come back for another week. I was really hoping you would. So, yeah, where do you want to start this week? What feels right?
So I kind of want to talk about an instance this week. Something happened with my sister.
Okay.
So I feel like at home. I'm the oldest of. I have 4 sisters and a brother.
Okay.
And so I'm the oldest, and I feel like I'm like a I'm like a pleaser, especially with my sisters and my brother.
Yeah.
So, for example, I came home from work and I was talking on the phone with my friend, and then my sister comes up to me and she just had a baby not too long ago. So, yeah. So she was like, "Hey, can I borrow your car?" And I was like, "Ask my mom." And then she was like, "She's gonna say no," and I was like, "Yeah, I just don't want to get in the middle. Can you just ask her? I just don't want to get in the middle, you know."
Yeah.
She's like, she's gonna, and she.
Is it your mom's car technically?
No, it's mine.
Oh, okay.
It's just smaller, so it's easier to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she knew mom. If she asked my mom, she was gonna say no.
Okay.
So then she just kind of kept pushing it. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna say it again. I don't want to make that decision. Just ask my mom because I just don't want to get in trouble, right?
Yeah.
And then she did. She went to go ask her, and then she looked upset when she was coming upstairs, and I was like, "What happened?" And the baby was sleeping, and she just kind of grabbed him, and she's like, "What do you think?" And then I felt really bad. I felt like, "Oh my gosh!" And then she just grabbed the baby like she was gonna go on the bus, and she was gonna go to Target. So it was like, I want to say like 10 minutes driving, but I don't know how long in the bus, right?
Yeah, probably like 45 minutes.
Yeah, and I felt really bad, and I was like, "I'll take you. It's fine." But I had a lot of homework, and that's why I didn't want to take her. And then she was like, "No, it's cool." But she was kind of like short, and I felt really bad. I was like, "No, it's fine. I'll take you." She was like, "No, it's fine." And then I was just like, "No, buddy, seriously, I'll take you. I know you're mad, and I don't want you to take the baby like that. So I'll take you." And I turned on the car, and then she was like, it kind of looked like she wasn't gonna come. And then I grabbed the baby, and the stuff, like the baby's bag, and then she was like, "All right." And then I was like, man, I shouldn't do that so much. Then I'm just like a pushover, and I'm the oldest, and I don't want to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough. It sounds like, she was even maybe willing to give you that space, and even, I mean, obviously she was mad, and so she was probably hoping that you would take her, but I guess I'm just wondering, even when she allowed you, a way out, what made you want to give her a ride still?
I didn't tell her I had to do homework, but she knows that I have to do the homework. She was mad because of the conversation that she had with my mom, and what's the reason why she said no, right? So I guess I should say the reason why was because she was in an accident a while ago, and she didn't have insurance.
Oh, okay.
So she used my sister's car, and then the insurance, she said that she was my sister, and then the insurance was going to her. So technically she did something illegal, right?
Yeah.
And she was pregnant. But she was nervous and stuff. So we ended up getting kicked out of our insurance because I think it was one too many claims or something.
Yeah.
And then my mom had to figure out getting new insurance, and that took her forever, and that was stressful for her because she was handling it. So that's why my mom doesn't want her to drive a car.
Okay. So that's why she was asking your mom.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I could imagine the conversation that they had, but I didn't want to ask. I'm like, I knew she was going to say no, and I don't want to go to the store. But I ended up going. And I was like, man, I shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
She has a baby. I need to let her figure it out.
Right. So, do you think, is this a pattern that you've had with your sister, in other situations?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a pattern. Yeah.
Just with this one sister?
No, with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, my brother, he's only, the only brother, and he's, nicer about it. He's like, come on, please, or something like that. He's just nicer.
Yeah.
But my sisters, they're older, so they give more attitude. So then I feel bad with my brother. I can say no, I'm tired. And he'll understand. He's more like understanding.
Yeah.
My sisters.
Yeah. So, why do you think they ask that of you?
Because they know that I'll say yes, I'll give in.
Yeah. Yeah. That's hard. It feels like, I know if that were me, it would feel like you didn't have a choice.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't bother me that I like to like help them out. It doesn't bother me, but then I feel like I should let them grow too, and I'm not doing them any good either if I'm figuring out their problems or their things and putting everything together for them. Like, for instance, my sister, she has a baby. If I was not in the picture, like, I wonder how that would work out for her.
Yeah. So you feel like you're enabling them a lot. Is that, like, was that accurate?
Yeah, but not with, like, bad stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, so not like, I mean, you're not enabling them to, rob a bank or anything.
Yeah.
But
so maybe with that, I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
But with favors, then yeah.
Yeah. That's rough. So, like, how would you prefer that they treat you?
I mean, I think they respect me. I think it's more like I just don't know how to say no, and I feel like maybe they just don't. If I say no, let's just keep it at that.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is more. It's not like I don't feel like if they're disrespectful, they just come to me because they already know.
Yeah.
Since, like you said, it's a pattern. They already know who to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and since we're like really close, and I mean, they are thankful. They'll tell me, later she was like, thank you for bringing me. You did. I know you have a lot of homework. If I can help you when you need anything.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, yeah, it's cool. I guess I don't know if I did it there more for the baby because I didn't want him to go. I was like cold and it starts to rain and I feel bad and I was not gonna know what's going on with the baby or how long she was gonna take. So.
Right. Yeah. So maybe what I'm hearing is like you wish that they would consider like your needs before they asked. Not that you don't want to help, and not that you don't want to do things for them, but maybe just they could help you by thinking about what you have going on too.
Yeah, or not use that against me. Like I could tell when they're mad just the way that they answer. Like she was really sure. I'm like, hey, what did my mom say? I wasn't being like sarcastic. I knew she was gonna say no, but she was just like, well, what do you think? And she was like, I could tell she was really upset. And then I felt really bad. I was like, oh, she probably, got the speech. And I just felt bad because of, she's going through a lot of stuff. And I was like, oh, maybe I should help her.
Yeah.
Another one. Again, I don't know.
Yeah. I wonder, would it be okay if I challenged you with something? So, I mean, does it feel okay to kind of move that direction?
Let's try.
Let's try, yeah.
I'll tell you if I can.
Yeah, no, just like, let me know. I don't want to like push too hard, but I guess I'm just curious, like, what part of, your sister being frustrated or the way your mom answered her or like the feelings that your sister had, like, do you think that any of those things were like your responsibility or like something that you caused?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, I mean, I'm hearing you say that, your mom's answer is what upset her. And, the reason why your mom answered no is because of some consequences from your sister.
Yeah.
Like in the insurance situation. And so I guess, like, I'm just wondering if you were a direct cause if you think you were a direct cause of any of that.
I don't know. Like, I guess, no.
Yeah.
I'm not. No, I don't think so. Like, the relationship my mom has with my sister is different, right, from what I have. But I feel feel like naturally I'm like the mother. I take the mother role.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like I need to take care of my sisters or my siblings.
Yeah.
So I try to look at it like that because it sounds positive. I'm just helping them out.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to help them. I love them, right?
Yeah.
But I know my mom, she was probably like saying, I'm sure she didn't say it was insurance. I'm sure it was something like, well, when I go out of the store, why don't you come with me, or we can just do two things at once. Why do you have to go? Like, are you going to do something else? So I'm thinking that was the reason.
Yeah.
So I felt bad because, like I say, I feel like she's going through a lot right now. Like, her boyfriend is in Troutdale, but he's not very, like, present, and it's, like, really complicated. So I feel like I feel bad for her, and I'm like, I don't, when, like, let's say a couple years later, I don't want her to, like, reflect back and say, I want her to say, oh, my sister was very helpful. I remember when she was doing, like, a lot of homework, and she would take me to go get diapers, and that's the way I see it.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel really bad, and I don't know if that's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I understand. You want to care for your sister as well because you love them, and you feel very motherly because you're the oldest child. Like, I'm sure, like, you helped care for them and stuff like that with your mom. And I mean, it makes sense that, you're wanting to love them well.
Right.
I guess I just wonder, what are some ways you think you could love them well and, still end up with them looking back on their time with you and saying, man, Christina, like, she was so helpful. She had school and she still took me to get diapers. And, like, what are some things you could do where you feel like they would feel that way about you still, but also take care of yourself a little bit?
I don't know. I feel like that's like a hard pattern to break.
Oh yeah.
and the thing is, we're just really used to being a lot at home. So we're like 9 members right now.
In one house.
Including the baby and stuff. So it's a small space, but we're just really used to being up in each other like faces and stuff.
Yeah.
So like something my sister and I used to do is we used to write letters to one another when I was in Eugene and she was over here, and then we would keep them. And we were actually talking about that today, and maybe we could write letters, and I can tell her, hey, I need to do my homework. This is my space, or I'll tell my parents, okay, this is my space. Right now I'm doing my homework. Like pretend I'm not here, and that works. Maybe I could do that more.
Yeah, and maybe even if this sounds wrong, like you can let me know. But maybe even doing that with time too. Right. Like just like you say, this is my space. Like you could say, these couple hours, this is my time. But we could go get diapers in a couple hours, or just still helpful, but having your own space.
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. Yeah. And something that we're doing recently is we got like a really big calendar, and I told my family, I was like, we can put stuff that we're doing so we know what we're doing. Like my sister plays soccer and she'll put her games so we know to make space to go to her games, and I'll put when I have class so they know. Why I'm not home and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I can just put like do my homework from this time. Don't bother me.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Or go somewhere else because maybe the house isn't the best option because it's never gonna be quiet, and I know that.
Yeah.
And I like to go get the baby and stuff.
Yeah.
It's really cute and stuff.
Because you're an auntie.
Yeah. I love that stuff. Yeah. But I think I'll probably do that more.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. I imagine just hearing how big your family is and how crazy your schedules are, like, it seems like it'd be really hard to make space for yourself, but it sounds like what I'm hearing is that's really what you want or what you need.
Yeah, I'm definitely like a homebody, I feel like.
Yeah.
If I could choose, I would stay home and watch movies or something like with my sisters or my brother or whatever, my parents. It's just right now because of school I don't have as much time.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe they're feeling that too.
Yeah.
Especially like my little sisters, they're like, oh, why why are you never home now? My parents used to say that, and before they'd be like, you should go out or something. You're always here.
Yeah.
And now I'm not here, and I'm coming like late because I have class. It's late, and they're like, you're never here. You're like your sisters now. I'm like, wait, I'm in school. You guys know that.
Yeah. It's a big transition.
Yeah, I think that's what I think we're all adjusting to the change. I didn't think about we were all adjusting. I kind of thought about only I was adjusting, but I guess we all are.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like when you play a certain role especially for in a 9-member family, it takes some time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But it's okay to adjust too.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, good. So, I guess I'm wondering right now, like, how are you feeling about the situation, like, in this moment? Like, what are some emotions you're having?
Like with that situation?
Yeah, just like thinking about your family and the time you have and those kind of things.
Well, like in that situation, like when I was driving to Target, to the store, I was like, man, how come I give in so quick? My mom, she said something. She was like, you fell, like as she was going outside, she was like so upset. She was so upset, and my mom was just kind of like, she kind of followed her. And then I was like, why are you guys always fighting? Like, seriously, Mama, why are you guys always fighting? And then she was like, because I already know how she is, and I know how you are too. You're always giving in.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, because I feel like you put me in that position. Like, if you guys had a better relationship, if you guys can say, if you would say, okay, Betty, okay, this is why I'm gonna say no instead of saying no, and here's a lecture. Because she's not ready for no change and stuff.
Right.
I feel like at home, since I feel like I take the mother role, like I say, with my mom.
Yeah,
because they were always working, so we didn't really have a choice and stuff. But we had like a lot of fun. I'm not complaining. It was where I think that's why we're really close.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know that their relationship is not the best, so I think that's why I just kind of naturally just want to jump in and fill in the space and stuff.
Yeah.
And it really kind of just goes back to what I said. I want her to reflect. Like on the past one, the past one day, and say, oh, my sister was very helpful. Yeah. And tell like my nephew that too. And I'm gonna be his godmother, so I feel like that's why sometimes I want to help more.
Yeah.
So I want to be like
with that like responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be a good role model.
Yeah. So I think like I don't know. I just want to encourage you that. I don't know, I think that you are very caring of your sister and that, she would look back and think those things about you. Yeah. Even if, like, that's all you've done, or like, I think that you hear a lot about her. I think she knows that.
Yeah, I think she does too.
Yeah. Good. So, I guess just going back a little bit, how much time do we have? Okay. Yeah, I think I was gonna say I was gonna be like talk about communication. And I was like, yeah, that's what I think.
I think you gave me some good tips. So
okay, cool.
I'll practice that.
Cool.
Okay. Yay.
Cool.
Almost done.
Should we hit the?
Stop.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Before we like.